So I want to go through is how to build your email list and how to actually build your email list really, really well of complete buyers, right? Now, anybody can get people on an email list. It's very, very simple. However, what we want to do is we want to get only buyers coming to our email list. Now, this is one of the most important parts, and I actually didn't realize how big this part was. I've been doing digital marketing for quite a while, and it wasn't up until I was reading, I think it was Traffic Secrets. I'll probably put a link in here somewhere for Traffic Secrets, but I think it was Traffic Secrets I was reading. And in that, Russell was talking about how he almost went bankrupt, right? And it was coming up at Christmas time. It was looking as though he was going to have to lay off a lot of his employees. And what he decided to do instead was set up an email list and then send off this email list. Now, what that done was actually saved his company. And after I read that, then I realized that one of the things I needed to do was build my email list really, really fast. Right. So not only do I want to build a fast email list, I also want to build an awesome email list. An email list of actual buyers, not people who's just looking to go and get all the freebies that you're offering at the time. Sorry, I'm getting messages coming through as well. So what I thought we'd do to make this all simple is I'll put some slides together. I'm going to take you through the training as well. So we're going to get everything sort of going on all at the same time. And so I'm going to take you through step by step of all the various different ways that I do it, so that you can do the same thing and obviously use the software to the best of your abilities. So you can really start building that email list, start getting more sales and doing all of the good stuff that comes along with marketing. So let's crack on. So first slide, how to build your email list quickly with quality buyers and get a 70% higher opt-in rate than industry standards, right? Now I've got pictures of the industry standards. I've got a lot of other stuff in here as well, just to try and show you guys that this is the way to be doing it. If you are trying to build an email list normally, what used to happen was people send out emails and everybody would open them. Everybody would open them because emails were still quite new, maybe it's 10 years ago. So when you listen to all these various different gurus and they're all saying about how great your email list is, yes, you will get an awful lot of sales out of your email list. You're probably looking around $1 per person per month. However, trying to now get the real email addresses of people has become increasingly difficult. What's happened is everybody now knows that you're going to harangue them with various emails day in, day out, and they don't really want a load of follow-up emails. They wanted whatever it was you were offering. They've got that, and they normally put down what we found is a fake email address, which is not really ideal. So let's go on to this. So what we're going to do, I struggled with email for a long time. I was building up my email lists, and it wasn't working. So what I need to do is I need to get the correct email address. Now, the correct email address is the social media email address, right? No matter what way you're doing email lists, your social media email address will get more opens. It's a kind of no-brainer. If you think about the email address that people use the most, that is normally what they've signed up with their social media for. Now, as well as, say, for example, if they're like me and they've changed their email address, if you have an email address that pops up, it's their social media email address, they are a lot more likely to give you their next email address. At the end of the day, they're going to go, oh, no, that's not the right one. And subconsciously, then they'll type in the correct email address, right? It's pretty awesome the way that the thing works. It's very, very nice. It's just sort of the easiest way to do it. So with your email marketing, you should be looking around about $1 per person per month. That's on the bottom end. That is if you're doing everything kind of okayish, right? Okayish is going to bring you about $1 per person. Now, within Chatamo, we're also looking around about $7 per subscriber per month as well, right? So what I'm suggesting to do is advertise on both at the same time. Now, this is going to give you an awful lot more presence and a lot more of an omni appearance. So no matter where they look, you're always going to be top of their minds, right? And this is kind of the key to the whole thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to go out and collect social media email addresses, which is very important. And we're going to design to sell more products, right? So we're going to design our whole flows to sell more products. I will be doing the whole thing on email marketing. And we can handle upsells and downsells. So we don't necessarily need a sales funnel. Now, by this, I'm not saying don't have a sales funnel. What I'm saying is we can also set up another sales funnel within our Chatamo account, right? So we can do upsells, downsells, and various other things that other, well, basic chatbots just can't do. So we need to look at that side of things as well, right? This is going to give us an awful lot more. Now, this is a slide that I used on my actual Groove presentation. And this is what happens when you're just sending people to one pain point. So if you set up a sales funnel, you're normally sending people to one pain point. You have your one pain point as your header. Actually, you have 3 pages. So you have your hot page, your warm page, and your cold page. But each one of these is going for a specific pain point within your whole challenges. Now, if you're going for one pain point, what that means is when the person comes on your sales funnel, there's a very, very good chance of you losing them, right? What's going to happen there is they've got an awful lot more questions before they can go out to you and commit to buy, right? So what we need to do is we need to be able to answer all of the questions and put all their fears aside, right? So by putting all their fears aside, what we can do is we can start answering the questions and obviously get a lot higher conversion rates. We do this by using the chatbot to answer their questions, right? So the actual chatbot element of Chat Ammo. Now, on the basic email side of things, this is the industry standard open rate, which is 21.73. As you can see here, which I can't see very well, is 47 on ours, right? So over 100% X that. The click-through rate, their click-through rate is 3.57. I believe this was taken from HubSpot. Mine is 17.38, right? So there's huge advantages to having this. The advantages are just massive. If you get more people open up your emails, you're going to make a lot more sales. It's common sense. More people see your offers, the more people buy your offers. We're going to also go into how to build better offers and whatnot. That's all in the membership side. Now, what we need to do by doing this is we need to find various different ways where we can engage the various people. All right. So there's a couple of ways I'm going to show you guys, which is going to help you not only get more engagement, but it's also going to help you rank higher on Google. And the reason, one of the factors that Google take into account is how long people actually spend on your page, right? So if people spend longer on your page, Google thinks your site's more interesting, has more appeal to their subscribers and their searchers. So they're going to show your site to more people. And so you start getting ranked higher. Now, this is all done by the small little pop-up button that's right about here. So let's just share my screen with you guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump into Chat Ammo. Now, in Chat Ammo, you'll notice we have our little pop-up here. Now, one important thing to think about within this pop-up is they can either log in with Facebook if they're already signed up. If they're already signed in, then they can log in straight away with Facebook, or they can continue as a guest, right? Now, either way, your chatbot is going to get the message, and so are you. So you can jump in and do this manually. You can continue them on, but it means you can answer the questions really, really quickly. Now, I would suggest, obviously, setting up a chatbot for this. But how do we do it? So first one, setting up that first little bit. So what we'll do is go down to Bot Manager. We'll just log back in again. So we'll go down to Bot Manager. From Bot Manager, so we're in there. We are going to click on Messenger Engagement. Right now, at the minute, as you can see, we're in Facebook. I've got the change to Instagram. So we're going to go to Messenger Engagement. I'm just going to take a quick drink. And we're looking at the customer chat plugin. So to do this simply, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Flow Builder for the customer chat plugin. And remember, this is the little part that pops up in the corner. So the action button, Messenger Engagement plugin, which is right there. All right, as you can see, we've got loads of different selections. And the one we're going to choose, customer chat plugin. Now, we've also got to put in the domain. So which domain are we actually having this coming from? Now, I've got a groove up here. I'm not going to use this particular groove one. I'm going to show you it. I'm not going to use this particular one to make it go live, but I'm going to show you in here. So we're going to say that our domain is, now this isn't going to work, obviously, because I'm going to make up a domain. So our domain is https://chatammo.com. Now, I've already got one on chatammo.com. And then choose what I want to do while the plugin's loading. Well, I want to show it. I don't want to fade in. I don't want to hide it. I want to get the whole thing going as fast as possible. So I don't want to load and delay in here either. Now I can put my theme color in here, so I can have any color I want. And we can also put a greeting text. So get your free bonuses here. Now you might be wondering, why am I putting in get your free bonuses here? Well, I shall tell you. The reason why we're putting get your free bonuses is because we want people to log on to this. Ideally, they're going to come into our chatbot and they're going to spend a little bit of time within our chatbot. Now, if we're offering them a free bonus, they're a lot more likely to actually go into our chatbot. And remember, the longer that they spend on our website, the more engagement we're going to get, the more sales we're going to get. It makes life a lot easier, right? And Google's going to start ranking us. Now, the reference, we need to put a reference page here. So I'm going to put Chat Ammo test, because I'm not going to keep this one live because I've already got one there. And I can also select the label, so I can select how they've come into here. After that, we're just going to click on Done. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to click on the Start Bot, and I'm going to put Chat Ammo Land Test. Right, we don't need to choose a label. Don't particularly bother about a label. So let's just click on done. And on this bit, we're going to have a little welcome text for them. And say, hey, welcome to our page. You have come in via the pop-up. Right. So something like that. Now then, if we have already built a main flow, what we're then going to do is then going to put on a button. So we'll just click on the button part. And on here we'll put get your free download. Get your free download. And button type would be just web URL, which would then direct them back to our downloads. But on the other button, what we're going to do is we're going to take this button right here, and we're going to get more free stuff. Right, now this one we're going to select, and we're going to have just post back. Now the post back we're going to have would be somewhere on our other flow. So my main flow is called bot sell and bot starts. So right on there, and that's just done. Right, it's that easy. So once we save that, one component has no data. Let's just get rid of that component. Right, once we save that, you'll see a little pop-up come down here. Your head might be blocking it. And we're then going to close this. Right, now then, the thing that we now have is when we go to here, let's just refresh that quickly. And once we go back into message engagement, right about here, we're going to then go into lists. All right, now the one we've just made is right there. And there's the JSON code. All right, so I'm going to copy this JSON code. So that's copied. We're going to go into your Groove or ClickFunnels. I've just bought a ClickFunnels account as well. So I can start doing these lessons more deeply and more various different methods. And also it works on WordPress, works universally. Now then we're going to go onto your pages. And we're going to go into your settings. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to tracking codes. And it actually tells us where we're at. It actually tells us where to put it. Right. So please copy the code below and paste it inside the body text or tab at the very last page of your website. Okie dokie. But we can do it universal. All right. So we can do the site settings in the thing and right there. So just copy and paste that in there. Now, obviously, this one's not going to work. It's already set to chatbot. Once you've done that, you click the click button, click on save, and then you would publish it. Right. I'm just going to delete this so I don't forget later on. So that is your first engagement plugin, right? That is your kind of engagement plugin that's going to get you a lot more engagement in the simplest way, right? That's a little plugin down the bottom. It's going to help you SEO. It's going to help you get your email list. Remember, we're going to build the email list from their opt-ins. I'll show you exactly how to do that in a later lesson. But it's going to do all of that kind of thing. So that's one of them, right? Now there's plenty more ways that we can do this. So another one that can be used, which I personally love, is this one right here. As you can see, there's a little button right here, which is your m.me link. And that can also be used as a QR code. Now, your m.me link, think about it a little as you would do a normal URL. So wherever you would post your website, you can post an m.me link, right? And this is really quite cool. The m.me link, what it means, probably slide in the wrong order. What the m.me link means to you is that you can get anybody from anywhere to come straight in your flow. So let's quickly look how to do that as well. Let's turn that off and share my screen again. And we're going to jump back into chat ammo. All right, we're going to close that. And we're going to go down to messenger engagement. All right, these are all very, very simple kind of things. So again, we'll just build it in the flow builder. So action button, we've already got all this selected. I want m.me link. And now your button text, you don't particularly need your button text as such because, as I said, it's a URL link. So you can put the button if you want to. I don't tend to. Right now, if I am going to make the button short size, so I'm going to put m.me test chat ammo. Right. So that will be it. Let's go down there and click on done. All right. And as you can see, all the details are in there. You've got your hover button color. You've got your real button color. You've got the button text hover color. You have everything there. So m.me hover, oops, chat ammo test. Just click on done that one. Again, I'm going to pull in the text button. And these are all various different ways that we can get the people in without causing any hassle. So, hey, welcome to our page. You have entered via an m.me link. Right, save that. Then we're going to put another little button on. And you can probably guess what I'm going to do with this little button. It's going to go directly to a postback. And the postback's going to be chat ammo bot flow start. Right, button text. Learn more. Right, so let's just done that one. So again, we can save that one. Close that again. I don't think it would have popped up on the list yet. Nope, it hasn't, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to refresh this again, just to make sure we actually have everything on the list, because we don't want to be wasting time with it. And we're going to go to m.me lists, and as you can see, it is right there. So it actually was there before. It's just me being useless. Right, so what we now have is we can either go in there and edit it. We can go slide across here and do a little bit more with it. But the bit that we're interested in is this JSON code section. Now, we're not going to put in this JSON code. We could if we wanted to, which would then you would have a chat ammo button onto your website. However, what I prefer to do is just take it straight from here. So Control C, go into my chat ammo account, and let's say we're going to use it on this particular button right here, and we're going to link it to URL. URL is going to be right there. All right, that is our m.me link done. So as soon as somebody presses on this button, they are going to go straight into my chatbot. Right now, this is a product launch funnel, which I'll probably be putting somewhere at the bottom here, and this will be a product launch funnel that's going to take you guys through all of the various different learning stages. Right, so it's going to teach you everything you need to know. This is day one. Now, if I've got something in a product launch funnel and I brought them in via an m.me link, we're in the perfect place, because now not only them on email, but we've also got our messenger engagement as well. Right, now remember, messenger is worth around about $7 per person per month, so it's a pretty good way to have them. But we are going to get them on the email as well, because we have less ties with the email. Right, so that's your m.me link. Of course, you just press save. You click on publish. Don't know how fast Groove's actually publishing today. Not very fast at all. Oh, so I'm just not going to publish because I haven't. I've actually given it a URL. Right, so that's your m.me link. Yeah, really simple so far. So we've got nothing to worry about at all. It's an easy way of doing things. We do not need to panic. I'm just going to try and catch up my slides with this. Right, found engagement tag, m.me links, most versatile, add anywhere, behaves like a URL. Awesome. Next one we have Checkbox plugin. Now this is one of my favorites. The big advantage to a Checkbox plugin, what you have, in fact, I'm pretty sure I took one right here. Right, so we have a send to messenger right here. Now, as soon as somebody clicks this, what happens is a page is going to open up, taking them to their messenger, which is awesome. But it's also going to, as soon as they click accept on the messenger thing, it's going to take them back to the page and it's going to open up the next page in your sales funnel. Now, this converts so much higher. Now, notice here I've also put an email and a first name. But don't worry too much about that. Right, the email and first name, I put that on there, but this gets me a 70% higher opt-in rate. Right, now this is not the open rates or the click-through rates, what I'm talking about so far, but this gets me a 70% higher opt-in rate. So I build up my email list faster just by adding this one little thing onto my system. So let's have a quick look on how we do that one. How do I unshare my screen? Do that one first, then share my screen. What we're going to do, pop back into chat ammo again. All right. And we're going to go back to messenger engagement. I'm sure you guys are getting this by now. And we're going to go to the Checkbox plugin. Right now, you've also got this classic builder. Don't worry too much about that at this moment. We're going to go into Flow Builder. And again, messenger engagement Checkbox plugin, type is Checkbox plugin. We're going to start off, we're going to tell it it's https chatammo.com. Right, that's the domain it's actually going from. Right now, obviously, that's on dark background. So this one we are going to be using the plugin itself. So we're going to be using the chat ammo button. So the plugin skin is going to be light. Now, do we want center aligned? Yes. I want extra large as well. And once it's clicked, then where do we want to go to? Well, I want to go to https, and I'm going to say funnel templates. Templates.net. Right. Reference is checkbox. Box. Test. I'm done on that one. Right, again, let's just do the same thing again. Checkbox text. And it's going to go straight from there. We're going to drag in a little text element. right, straight in there. And from this text element, we're going to put, hey, welcome to our page from a checkbox. Right, and done. Really simple stuff. So we're going to then put in a button again. So our button's going to go up here, and it's going to put continue. I could spell, which I can't, so we won't worry too much about it. Still not right. What should just make a difference? Continue. I knew I'd done that wrong. Right. So let's just click on that one. Select the element, new post back, and the post back is going to be bot sell and bot flow start. Right. We now have leads coming in, no matter which way we want to do it from our website. So let's just look at how we would actually add that. So click on list. Right. From the list, we have this one right here. Got the JSON code. Right. We're going to copy this. And this, as it tells you, copy the code below and paste inside the HTML element of your website where you want to display or position this plugin. Sounds pretty simple. So let's have a quick look. So we'll go to elements. We would then go down to going to the code embed. Let's pop that in there. Right. This is obviously on Groove. You can do it on any others. Click it in there. We've copied and pasted it. And that's it. So all we've done is we'll press the little cogwheel, we'll put in here, we've saved it, and jobs are good. That would now be the checkbox button. That's all in there. Now I'm just going to delete that because I don't want it in this particular site, otherwise we're going to confuse people. But the other one that is there that I haven't went through as yet, Groove's having some problems accepting this one, right? So I'll just use checkbox plugin for now, but I will show you it anyway because it's still pretty awesome. Where's my messenger engagement? Messenger engagement is send a messenger. Now, again, this is just like your checkbox plugin. I personally, I've kind of grown to like the checkbox plugin a little bit more than me send a messenger. I don't really know why, but the checkbox plugin just seems to work and converts a little bit higher. It kind of gives you an added bonus on the GDPR because it makes it look a lot more legitimate, right? So that's that side of things, right? So hopefully this is all really simple. You guys are following along with us so far. Let's just unshare my screen. Right. So I've now went through a few various different ways of doing it. Right. Now the next way is up there. Next one, sent a messenger, the Checkbox plugin. You can see that one right there. I've got all my things on the wrong line. So that is all of the ones that I've listed on to this list. However, this is where ChatAmo starts getting really, really clever because we don't want to just get people who's already come to our page. If we're just getting people who's already come to our page, it means that we've got to try and drive traffic to that page. So we can either drive it organically or paid for ads. And remember, we do have the ads discounting in ChatAmo, which we'll be going through as well. But let's say that we want to get people to our page, but we want to drive them organically. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into ChatAmo again. And this time in ChatAmo, obviously you've got all your pages already set up, but you're going to click on the comment growth tools. Now your comment growth tools are pretty much awesome. Hang on, I'm sharing my page. I forgot to share it. Right. So your comment growth tools, I'll go back in there again, are pretty awesome. Now, a lot of chatbot systems have this reply template, right? Now, all this reply template will do as soon as somebody comments on one of your posts on your page, then their chatbot will send them off a message, right? And that's pretty basic. We quite like it. It's a good thing to have. It's all cool. However, it's not the best use of your messenger service. So what we've done instead is we've also put in a comment template. Now, I've talked about this briefly before. What I would like to imagine that Facebook and Instagram have a scoring system on your posts. The whole way that Facebook and Instagram make money, in fact, all the social media places make money, is by having more engagement on your posts. And the more engagement they have, the more they can go out and sell to marketers like yourself or myself, who will then go out and pay more money because they have more people. Now, this might be only a 1 second kind of thing that they're looking for. So they might only want an additional person on for 1 second. But all of those 1 seconds quickly add up when you have the amount of people viewing what Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all the rest of them have. So what they've actually started doing is they've started doing a kind of scoring system. So this scoring system means if you have somebody who is coming online and seeing one of your posts and they're liking about your post a little bit, that's like scoring 1 point, right? So they've spent a little bit of time, they posted your post, and then they've continued on. That's worth 1 point. Now, if they click the like button, that's worth 2 points, right? So all of a sudden, that's something a little bit giving Facebook an indication, or whichever platform you're on, giving an indication that people are liking your post. So it might be worth them showing it to a few more people. Now, from there, they might put love heart. Now, they've had to slide along a little bit, and that's worth 2 points, 3 points, sorry. So that's 3 points. So it's, again, a little bit more engagement. Now, if somebody starts commenting on your post, then this is really good. This is showing that somebody's went out their way to actually make a post right below your post. So for that, Facebook's going to give you 5 points, right? It is awesome. Facebook loves it. You love it. It's going to get your post seen by more people. If they decide to share that post, again, that's a really, really high engagement factor. So this is what you want people to be doing. And we do this by asking certain questions and things like this during our posts, right? So we're always trying to ask engagement questions or be slightly polarizing, right? Not to the point of where we're offensive to people, but polarizing still none the same. Now, at the moment, Facebook is only showing your post to around about 6% of everybody who is following your particular business page. This means if you've got 1,000 followers, your Facebook post is only going to be shown to 60 people. Now, we didn't like that at all, which is why we're putting this comment growth tail. So within this comment growth tail, let's quickly jump into that and show you what sort of things it does. Right, so within your comment growth tail, what we can do is we can set replies, right, for anybody who is leaving a comment on one of your posts, who would name the post. This works particularly well with advertising. I don't use it in everything, right? Test, comment growth. And we're going to say, for example, that we ask somebody to say, what would you guys like a download on how to get 70% higher open rate, right? If you do, comment down below and I'm going to give you that sent straight out to yourself, right? Now, we want to, as well as that, we also want to comment to them, right? The comment is the key on this. So we'll put, awesome, just sent you an email, right? Now, I then want to add more than one comment, right? I want about 5 or 6 comments. That's going to kind of rotate the way around, right? Now, this means that Facebook sees a brand new comment every single time. This means your engagement's higher because you're giving additional value to everybody who's actually coming on here, right? So by doing these different comments, it means that now people are getting more and more engaged with you, right? But we still haven't got them on our list. We have started building up an audience, which means that we're starting to get people to come to us and to start seeing us. So now we can start building up Facebook ads, depending on various different things. But we're going to go into that as well at a different date. But we still want to get them onto our list straight away. So what we then do is we also add a reply template, right? So we create a new reply template. We would select our page, right? So show my tester. What do I want to do about offensive comments? Now, this is a bit of a bone of contention, right? Obviously, you don't want people effing and blinding all over your Facebook posts. However, what you can do is a comment is still worth that 4 points, right? Supposing it's abusive or not abusive. So because we know this, right, we don't tend to delete. We'll hide that comment, right? And then we can send them a message straight away to anybody who's made an offensive comment. So we can send them out a message and say, listen, we don't agree with that sort of tone of voice. Keep on going. We're going to ban you. Something similar. Now, you can also add in all your keywords here. So spam, all of your swear words, all that sort of thing. We're all going to here, right? And we'd send them out a message, right? So straight away, they're actually helping us. But because we're hiding that message, nobody else can see it. So nobody's going to be offended by it. So it's pretty awesome. It's one of the features that I particularly love, which not a lot of people do. Now, we've also got a lot more choices as well because we never want to just be left behind. So we've also got, do you want to send a reply message to a user multiple times? Well, I don't particularly, no. So we'll keep that off, right? But if they keep on messaging us, we're only sending the message once. It seems a bit silly to overkill. Do I want to enable comment reply? Well, yes, of course I want to enable comment reply because that's going to give us more points, which is going to give us more power off Facebook, right? Do I want to like the comment on by the page? Yes, I definitely want to like the comment as well. Remember, that's an additional 2 points. Do I want to hide comments after comment reply? This is another thing that we put in here, which is quite advanced. And the reason why I put it in is, let's say, for example, that you have an offer. Let's say it was the Groove Funnels side, or in fact, let's do ClickFunnels at the moment because ClickFunnels 2.0 are pushing really quite highly. Now, you might have an absolute stack of bonuses. You might put a post about this ClickFunnels 2.0 and trying to get people in to comment so you can send them a message and you can send them a free gift to get them onto your site and all the exciting stuff. Now, if I was competing against you and I seen all of these ClickFunnels 2.0 people replying underneath, I'm very likely to use a software like what Martin Bodica has, where it's going to start adding those as my friends. Now, if they're added as my friends, I can now start engaging with them and I can start taking the clients you've worked hard for into my sales floors, right? This is something that no other chatbots actually started considering because it is a major rob, right? It can be used in evil ways, right? With great responsibility comes great power and all that sort of thing. So we can actually hide their comments after they've made them. So we can hide, they can comment, we can comment below them. We're still going to get the juice from Facebook, but then we hide the comments so nobody else is going to come in and steal our commenters. Right? Pretty cool. Now you've also got your generic message for all, or you can send message by filtering keywords. So that's completely up to you on which way you want to do it, right? It means that you can start really filtering down, getting the various people in and using it on different keywords. So maybe somebody, so you could maybe say, what aspect are you most interested in? Sales, marketing, customer service, something like this. And then we can send out a direct message to each one of them, right? Which is pretty cool. And it also means that we also can then tag them and we know exactly what tags for. So that's pretty cool. And that works for both Instagram and Facebook. But what we then really want to do is we want to go in and automate campaign. Now, like I said, don't use this in every one of my posts. But if I'm about to put an ad together, you can guarantee I'm going to be using this. The reason I'm going to be using this if I'm going to put an ad is because if Facebook's seen a load of engagement on a normal post, when your ad comes out, right, they are going to start showing people your ad. And if you start building up your messenger list, first thing that I do is I send everybody to my new ad within Messenger. And as soon as I send them to my first ad, it means my ad costs go down to just about zero. Don't know why this isn't loading properly. What this can do here, I've got bad internet connection, is it will actually set up a complete automation. So by your particular posts, then we can set up the comment replies, we can set the comment engagements, we can set up everything like this. So as you can see, this is going to start building up your email list really quite quickly. Now, let's jump off that because that's taking too long to load and it's beginning to annoy us. Now, what else I want to do is because obviously a chatbot lives on your Facebook page, right? So another thing that we want to do is we want to increase engagement on other social media channels, right? Because we want to be seen by everybody so that we can start building our email list faster. So again, let's go to chat ammo, right? I've got a lot of stuff. I've tried to do 3 things all at the same time. So what we're going to do is we can go into social posting. Now within social posting, it means that we can start posting to the likes of LinkedIn, the likes of Twitter, Reddit, and various other places like this. This is awesome. We can also auto post from Facebook and Instagram. So now we're really getting our message in front of people. So normally if you go to any sort of challenge, right, any challenge that you go to, so it might be the One Funnel Away challenge, it could be any of Russell's latest challenges that he's got out there, it could be one of Groove's challenges. And what they'll normally tell you is they'll say, concentrate on getting one channel built up at a time. Now that's all well and good advice, right? But if you look at the likes of Russell Brunson, Gary Vee, and everybody else, they have a team of people all working to make sure that they're on every channel all of the time, right? They are everywhere. They're what we call omnipresent. We want to be omnipresent exactly the same as what they are. Now, with Chat Ammo, we actually give that option. We can go out there and we can make our post omnipresent. So we can appear everywhere at the busiest times, everybody seeing us every single day. And we can do this repeatedly, right? Now, another little bonus that we built in here as well is we can actually repost. So every 6 months, we can take that first post that we've done and we can repost it 6 months later or 3 months later or 1 month later, which means we're not having to produce as much content, which means we're now starting to drive people into our world, right? By the simplest way possible. And driving people into our world and actually getting them to expand their own knowledge. So we're really starting to drive traffic to get people seen, to get us seen, which is the important part. The more people can get into our list, the more people can sell to. This is the key to everything. Now, obviously, we then need to be looking at getting on people's lists, right? I'm just going to show you briefly on who we have on lists and how simple it is to add. So let's go into Chat Ammo again. Now, within your list on your API channels, right, as I say, we do Groove, right? You guys probably know that we do Groove Mail, which is awesome. I love Groove Mail. It has a lot of different SMTPs. But to build your email list, you might not be with Groove. You might be with Excel. You might be with ActiveCampaign. You might be with Mautic. You might be with Sendinblue. You might be MailChimp. We provide services for all of these people. So no matter where you're building your email list, this is where you can actually get more people into your email list. Now, another thing that we added is we also added SMTPs, right? So this means you can set up your SMTP, then you don't have to pay for these autoresponders. Now, the big question is, would I recommend you just using SMTPs rather than dedicated autoresponders? And the answer is no. I would use an autoresponder every time. If you already have Groove, then please use Groove as your autoresponder. If you have ClickFunnels, then use ClickFunnels as your autoresponder, right? I'm pretty sure ClickFunnels still has the SMTP set up. And so we can just integrate directly with that SMTP. So you don't have to pay another fee. To add people into your Chat Ammo email list, right? So from Chat Ammo into your actual email list, you would select whichever one of these you wanted. So I would select Sendinblue, for example. Then add an account. I'll put in the Sendinblue API name and the key. I didn't know I had a Sendinblue account. From here, I'll go into Bot Manager. I would then go into my general settings. All right, so general settings right here. And then from my general settings, once I've already set it all up, I can then select any list that I want that's already in my email autoresponder, right? Pretty awesome stuff. While you're in here as well, I would also set up your chat with human email, right? So we can do that if no replies found. Really quite cool. There's also the SMTP integration and all of the other kind of stuff in here, right? So pretty full on stuff. But the important thing to remember is by using Chat Ammo, you are going to get an awful lot more engagement. You're going to build your email list faster, and those people are a lot more likely to engage. Now, I'm going to put the slides to download. I'm in here, even though they're all cocked up in all different directions. The slides are going to be here to download, and everything else is going to be here to download as well. I'm also going to put in a lead magnet landing page that you guys are more than welcome to use as well. So you can take this landing page, use it straight away, put your chatbot into it, which is a really important part. Upload the template, and you're all set. Now, we're going to be doing these trainings every day, and they're all going to be going live onto a particular sales funnel. Now, I haven't decided where the sales funnel is going to be yet, because that would be far too organized for me. But what we're going to do is we're going to have an everyday training program. Now, within this training program, it means that you can log on every day, and every day we're going to give you a fresh piece of not only information, not only why we're doing something, but how to do it as well, right? This is going to show you how to use Chat Ammo and other softwares that's going to really take your market to the next level. Our whole object on this is to show you how we went from kind of struggling really, really badly with marketing to being able to actually succeed in marketing. I'm sure a lot of you guys already seen my sales figures. Quite nice. I like my sales figures, the nice figures. And hopefully you guys already seen that I already use the Dream 100 and various other things like this, which help me in my market and get me a lot more exposure. Now, the best thing about this is, the best thing about why I think that you might want to follow the way that we do it. We aren't like ManyChat, we aren't like ChatFuel, we aren't like all of these other people where they've took on funding and then they're trying to build their business up with funding so they can go out and spend any amount they want on ads. We don't do that. We do things completely differently. We do things that every penny that I spend is spent out of my own pocket. I don't have any backers, just always a good thing. So whatever we spend out of our own pockets, and whatever we say that we do, we actually do. We go out, we test it, we use it, and all the rest of it. So there's a lot more things coming up from us very, very shortly. We work on this every day, and we're constantly trying to improve our systems so that you get better marketing for you, right? We aren't really interested in the big name guys who want to come in here and run rings around the little guys. I want to go out and show the little guys how they can go out and compete and level the playing field so that you can get a lot more leads, a lot more sales, and actually go out there and start competing with various other people. Now, we're going to be going through funnel hack, and we're going to go through all of this different thing, but everything that we go through, imagine that you've already learned funnel hacking, we're going to 10x your funnel hacking. We're going to start adding on various different parts to it. That has made us a lot more success. And actually, my girlfriend is just setting up affiliate marketing on something completely different, a thing that we've never went into before. So we're going to be guiding her and showing her how to do that affiliate marketing side of things. But this works at everything, guys. This is bricks and mortar. This is the whole lot. This is possibly one of the most exciting things that's ever happened to sales funnels. And it's going to give you the head start, the bunk up, the marketing where you can automate the whole thing, right? Yes, you might not be looking forward to building this. It's a lot easier than what you think. You might not be looking forward to building this, but once you do build it, it's actually going to help you. It's a set it and forget it kind of thing. So keep on watching these trainings. I will be releasing an email list that's going to start giving out these trainings every day. It'll all be in this particular funnel because I want you guys to have an offer launch funnel as well. So you're also going to get the offer launch funnel, and you're going to get everything else that we give. Right. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully see you soon. Right. Thanks very much.